morning. It is Sunday morning, about 7 o'clock, and we have Erica's family coming over for breakfast. I think they're going to be here about 8:30, and I have a few things I need to do to get ready. First off, the table. We just normally have our dining room table kind of pushed up, and we don't have a lot of chairs. So we have 4 chairs and we have 7 people. Now we have some chairs in the shed that used to be kind of outdoor chairs, and they will fit perfectly here. So I've got to kind of give them a wipe and bring them in. And also, Erica will be doing a lot of cooking, so I just need to kind of prep the kitchen for her. I'll empty the dishwasher, get that all kind of cleaned up so that she's got plenty of space. Just so she's got plenty of space and freeness, no clutter for her to do some cooking. First off, I've got to go next door and feed the cats. Our neighbours are away again, so they have 2 boy cats in there, so I'm going to go and feed them and do their litter, and then I'll come back and get everything ready in here. Kitchen is all pretty much clean and the dishwasher is empty, and Erica is just trying to warm up what's under there, but I'll let her show you that.
As Dan mentioned, we've got my family coming over for breakfast today. We were meant to do this on Mother's Day, but it just didn't work out because of everyone's schedule and whatnot. So I did some cooking last night, and I made our chicken and apple kind of breakfast sausage patties from havebutterwilltravel.com. They're one of our favourite kind of breakfast protein options. They're very easy to make and they're really yummy. And they use chicken mince, which is pretty affordable at the moment. So I actually did a double batch with the hope that there'll be some left over that we can stick in the freezer and grab out as we want to for breakfast or lunches or whatever. Funnily enough, I did a click, I've been on the click and collect bandwagon, and I ordered 2 lots of chicken mince, the kind of macro, which is, it's not organic, I think it's grass fed. Anyway, free range, for chickens it's free range. I ordered their chicken mince. And the person who did the substitutions, so I'd ordered 2 of those macro chicken minces and they substituted it with 4 Coles chicken minces, I think because it was the same price. But it's like, I didn't want 2 kilos of chicken mince. I just wanted 1 kilo of chicken mince. The good thing with the click and collect is though, if you don't like the substitutions, you just say and they refund it. So they're actually free chicken mince patties. So I've made those last night and I'll just heat them up in the oven. I bought some bread yesterday afternoon at Baker's Delight, just a little seedy sourdough bread, so people can have that if they like. I'm going to make, cook eggs, whatever people want. Well, I'm not poaching eggs, let's put it that way. I'll cook people fried or scrambled eggs or an omelette if they want. And then I've also, yesterday, I made these cinnamon rolls. It was a Thermomix recipe. I'm really happy with how they turned out, but I had them in the fridge last night. So I'm just kind of trying to warm them up with the oven because it's really cold this morning. I want them to warm up a little bit before I bake them, but I find it really difficult with kind of yeast baking stuff when it's cold or hot, either way. I'm never 100% sure when stuff's okay to go in the oven or not. I left out this, which was meant to be for the icing overnight, but it's still hard because it's winter. So I'll probably need to pop that in the microwave. Yeah, but that's about it. We've just got to sort out the table and bring some chairs in from the shed, I'm guessing, because we don't have enough chairs for everyone. Because we actually need to get new dining chairs at some point, don't we?
We do. They're all kind of, a couple of kind of just broken.
Yeah, we've had them since we moved in here.
I think we've had them since we lived in Islington.
Wow, okay.
So I think we've had them a really long time, like
Yeah.
13 years around that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we do need to get new
I
dining
don't even
room
know. Like, it's
chairs.
just overwhelming. I wouldn't even know. Like,
Where
I
to
don't even
start.
have an idea in my
Yeah.
head of what I would want them to look like. Dan's just put the trusty coffee machine on to heat up, and we might use the air fryer to heat some things up as well, which will be good.
All right, it is 8 o'clock. We have the table all prepped. So you can see I've pulled the table out, brought in those extra kind of black chairs up the back there, set the table, and we're pretty much mostly ready. I think it's just going to be kind of heating everything up once people get here, making coffees, making teas, toast, that kind of thing.
So these are the sausage patties I was talking about that I cooked yesterday. So I'm just going to get some out on and pop them on a tray, heat them up in the oven. I think that will be the easiest way. They actually reheat pretty well and they keep well as well. So
You can freeze them. We've frozen them.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're looking for like a make ahead breakfast option that's not
Bacon.
or eggs, like if you're looking for something protein wise, or they're really nice on like a sandwich or a wrap, or you could even have them for dinner. Highly recommend our chicken apple sausage patties.
Cinnamon scrolls.
Smells really good in here.
Out of the oven. They look absolutely amazing. I'm assuming that's got to go on there, which also tastes delicious. I will admit to that little swipe on the top was me.
So I'm just going to pop this stuff in the oven to kind of heat up now. And I've got my egg cooking station ready.
And I'm in charge of potato gems in the air fryer, and probably toast, and apparently the orders of the eggs. So anyway, we're not going to film while everyone's here. We'll put the camera down for a while and we'll let you know how it goes after we've had everybody here. How was breakfast with everybody?
It was nice. It was quick because my niece works at Macca's and she had to go to work. They work a lot, though, my niece and nephew. But no, it was really good. Everything was delicious. We had scrambled eggs, and Dan and my brother-in-law had fried eggs. The sausage patties were a big hit. They're kind of a bit fussy with some things sometimes. So
I did really well with the potato gems.
Oh, Dan did the and the cinnamon rolls, of course.
They were delicious. They were really, really good.
So yeah, no, it was really nice. And then we just went out to Katara, which is like our closest Westfield shopping centre, because I had to go to the Telstra store. I've recently changed my phone over to Telstra because like I'd finished my contract, as in like I'd paid off my phone, and we have really pretty crap reception with Telstra here. I mean with Optus, who I was with before. So I decided to change to Telstra, and then I did that last week, and I wanted an eSIM because when we go to Hawaii, we'll get like
We've got
like a T-Mobile SIM card so that we have data for roaming there. So I want to be able to put that in my phone and have my Telstra eSIM. Anyway, it was a bit of a debacle. First of all, it was too busy. We had to come back, book an appointment. So we did that and we just stuffed around at Katara for a while. And then it was a real he did it all. And he's like, here you go, yep, done. Off you go. And I'm like, it says SOS only, like, isn't going to... He's like, what? So he didn't even look at it. And then he tried like a billion more times and he had to come and get the other girl to help, and just a lot of faffing around.
And we're still not sure that it's working.
And I don't trust that it's working. So I need to take my SIM card out and check that that is actually working. But we also bought a couple of things.
So we have been looking for a new toiletry bag for a fair while. The one we've got, functionality-wise, is awesome, but it started to get a bit ratty and stuff.
We've had it a really long time.
Really
like
long
10 plus years.
Plus.
And we use it a lot. We actually just keep it packed all the time, like with
We just have travel stuff that stay in there.
Which
and then there's,
I really like because you don't have to pack it and unpack it every time.
So we've been looking for ages and there's not really a lot of options. Like we've looked in chemists before and they haven't really had anything. Today we looked in David Jones and other chemists and even like Strand bags and stuff. And the one place that had a really good selection was Priceline. And they had this brand called Wicked Sister, but we got the men's ones. So we got, it's called Mister. I don't know whether you can see, it's upside down. But they had like a men's range and a female range, but the men's seemed to have what we wanted. So the toiletry bag that we have has a portion so it can kind of open up completely and hang on the back of a bathroom door. And we do use that function on it all the time. And then Erica's going to sort it out today, so she might show you what we're moving it from. But we liked that you could put stuff in here, put stuff in there, put stuff in there. And then we also have a supplementary toiletry bag. Yes, not just one normal toiletry bag, but this other one just has like Nurofen and like aloe vera cream and just all like random bits and pieces. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to move away from that as well and move to this. So
I kind of liked how it opened up in that you could kind of...
It kind of tucks in, but then you can kind of actually see everything. And also Erica has a makeup bag that's the same as our toiletry bag. So we also bought a new
So this is what the
makeup
women's
bag.
range was like. That was kind of like a plastic coat. Like I didn't like the feel of it so much. Whereas
This is
like
more a leather, maybe probably
feel,
not leather, but it feels like leather.
But this is the Wicked Sister kind of women's range, and they had kind of that style of one in that kind of look as well, didn't they? Anyway, they had a very good range at Priceline.
They are online, so if you're looking for a toiletry bag, they seem to have a lot of different varieties.
Right.
A lot of different sizes and shapes and whatever. So I was pretty impressed that we actually found this because we've been looking for so long.
Do people not use toiletry bags? Like, are we old-fashioned or something?
I don't know. And then I'm about to finish my book, which I'll show you later because I've absolutely loved it and I'm only about 15 pages away from finishing it. So hopefully I will get the opportunity to do that today. And this book, The Running Club, Eric goes, of course, what are you reading about running? No, it's actually a fiction. And I read this author's trivia night book about 1.5 years ago or something, set in Australia, and I really liked it. And this is of the same author and a similar kind of thing. So I got that, and I also liked the sound of this one. The Heart is a Star.
I suggested it because I said I liked it.
But I actually read the back, and I thought it was interesting, and it's set in Tasmania. So
yeah,
I thought 2 Australian books, good to take away with us. Now what have we got to do?
We don't have that much stuff to do. Dan did well to kind of keep on top of the cleaning up from breakfast and everything.
Dishy went on.
Very nice.
So I just need to unpack the dishwasher. The table's all back to normal.
What time is it now? It's 1:45. And we have tennis booked at 3. I think that's all that we have planned. I'm going to rejig the toiletry bags.
You're going to be doing the toiletry bag. I bought some new tubs from work because I saved the cans from our Pepsi and stuff for, is it called Return and Earn?
Earn and return?
Something like that.
Anyway, you can get a deposit, like 10 cents.
Yeah, we get 10 cents back for every can. It's a New South Wales thing, and there's kind of deposit places that are just machines and you just feed the thing in. I actually probably should do that. I'm going to do it because it needs to be done and we're going away. So I might just do that this afternoon. And then I've got 2 new tubs so I can chuck out those other tubs. The other
all
tubs
kinda
are all
cracked.
cracking, and
Yeah.
they've been stored outside, and they're not really outside tubs, but the ones I bought from work, they were $10
Heavy
off.
duty.
They were $10 off, so they were $17 or $17.99 each, and they are like heavy duty, so I'll show you those as well.
Look at these two. Of course, there's new things into the house, so we've got to
Sniff
and check them all out. Is that right, Jemmy? And get pats as well. So this is our current toiletry bag situation. As you can see, this one is quite worse for wear and probably has a lot of stuff in it that has just accumulated over the years. It doesn't need all of that crap that's in it. And this is my little matching makeup bag. And then this was just other stuff like, Panadol, face wipes, physio cream that seems to have accumulated as well. So I kind of need to go through these, get rid of some stuff, consolidate it a bit, and work out how we want to arrange our new ones.
All right, so I'll show you the return and earn tubs that I've been using. So I've been using these tubs. I had two, but one is completely just cracking all over the place. This one is salvageable, so I'll give it a clean and I'll use it in the shed. And then these ones are the new ones. And you can see, one, they're much bigger, but they're also like going to be able to handle the outside much more. So I went and did the cans. I got about $8. Normally I get between 10 and 15, but they weren't full. But I just wanted to get them done and change over to the new tubs. What happened here?
Things have escalated, you might say. So I have like a shelf in our wardrobe that has like all this stuff on it, my makeup and whatnot, and
All that.
it was getting a bit out of control. So I'm trying to sort through some of this and be a bit ruthless and get rid of stuff that I don't need. I actually have a bit of like Clinique, the gift with purchase kind of stuff. So I'm trying to work out, because I don't use a lot of it, like the mascaras and stuff. I do like these like small, if you get this, like kind of the face wash, because then it's really good for traveling, but I don't use a lot of the stuff. So I'm kind of collating this, and at my gym, they have like a little basket where you can donate things to a women's shelter, and I've taken like shampoo and deodorant and stuff before, but I thought maybe they could use some of this stuff rather than throwing it out. And I don't really have anyone else that, like, no, my sister or my mum or my niece wouldn't use it. So given that they're unopened, it should be fine, I think. But yes, it's one of those situations where it gets really bad before it comes back around.
I'll show you the shelf. So this is the shelf that Erica has her makeup and a bunch of other stuff on. Because she does the makeup in here with the mirror on the wardrobe. So it's worked like that really well, but it gets overgrown. So it's overdue for a cleanup. Couch area is all back to normal.
Everything has got its home, or it's been disposed of. Come and have a look at my shelf. I should have probably shown you what it looked like before.
I showed it empty.
It was a little bit embarrassing, so probably best that you didn't see before. But voila. So I've put my makeup into here. I just normally leave it there and use it out of that bag. Everything's got a little place now, and it's not all cluttered with stuff everywhere. And this little extra toiletry bag, so
Supplementary
toiletry bag, as we like to call it. So this is just like Band-Aids and Panadol, what else? All that type of thing in
Voltaren.
here. And then in here we've got like sunscreen, wipes, I've got perfume, that type of thing. So that can then just go up on the top of here. So we have in our bathroom very little storage, which is why I choose to have this here rather than doing it in the bathroom. Maybe one day when we renovate our bathroom, we'll have storage galore, but we just have a tiny little vanity now. And
we actually have more storage than you're letting on. There's just, again, a lot of crap in there that needs to be gone through.
That's true. Shh, 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 shh.
But we are about to head out to go and play tennis. Tennis is at 3. It's about 1:45, so we'll leave in about 5 to 10 minutes. Doesn't take us long to get up there. And we're going to bring you along for the ride today.
We are just heading over to the tennis court now, and we've actually really been enjoying the ones at Lambton Park for anyone who's in the Newcastle area. It's just in like a park. There's always like families there playing, and it just probably has a nice environment. And if you choose court 3, it is separate from the other courts. It's like enclosed in its own little fence, so you don't like hit the balls into someone else's tennis game, which is good for us because we're not that accurate with where we're hitting things. I will say, probably most times we go to do this, we really don't want to do it because we've been booking at 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and it's kind of, especially with it being cooler, it's like, you know, it's like the sun's gone down a little bit. You kind of just feel like snuggling on the couch with a blankie for the afternoon. But we find that having this booked in makes it a commitment, so we are much more likely to do it because we've booked it in and paid for it than if we were just like, if we didn't have to do that. So that has been a good way of getting us to do it. And we're also like, we'll just go there, play for a bit, and if we don't want to stay for an hour, that's fine as well. But we usually stay about at least 45 minutes. And afterwards we both enjoy it. So I guess that is one thing we've found with movement, is trying to have commitments. I mean, Dan's very good at committing to ourselves, I guess, with running, because you just go. But me, like even having a gym class, because where I go you have to book them in. So it's kind of just like, that's what I'm doing, rather than if I was just saying I was going to go for a walk, I could very easily talk myself out of that. Plus, playing tennis is much more fun than going for a walk. So here we are at the court. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful to Harry Weaver, who it's named after, but we're a little bit intrigued because it says 1999 to 2000. Why would a 1-year-old...
Oh, I don't know.
It also doesn't seem like a name for a 1 year. Like,
Oh, Harry is a popular
yeah, I guess.
name
We just...
again.
It's, you know, just curious what the go
If
is.
anyone knows the answer.
If anyone knows Harry's story, let us know. So over, you can see, this is the court we're playing on. There's another group playing over there. And it's like a group of older people, and it's very serious. They have like a scorebook and they're taking notes and serving, and very different on our side of the fence.
Well, that was fun. We probably only did just over half an hour today. But we've started practicing serving because we haven't really been doing that. We've just been kind of hitting the ball backwards and forwards. But we're possibly going to Port Douglas with some friends in May because there's a conference for me, and my friend is also an audiologist. So we were like, oh, maybe we could have a doubles match against them, but he's very good. He plays like comp and everything. But I think his wife might be his handicap. Hopefully she doesn't watch the videos. After tennis, I came home and played some Mario Kart with my friends, and they have gotten so good. They're 8 and 10, and the 8-year-old boy, he is so good now. When we first started playing, he wasn't very good, and now he's just like way, way better than me. Also, I finished my book. So I just finished The Nowhere Child. It's probably the best book I've read this year. I haven't been reading much, but it was, I think I read it in 5 days, Erica. I read it pretty quickly. Now we are going to do a Zoom with our friends in Melbourne. We're staying with them in July, and we're just having a catch up because we haven't spoken to them or caught up with them for ages.
Yeah, had to get that flight from Brisbane. We'll have the 1 a.m. debate.
You'll still be awake from the night before. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it.
Well, we had a lovely catch up with our friends from Melbourne. We're actually going to be staying with them when we go down for the Women's World Cup in August. So that's very exciting. We also had some dinner. We just had some leftover from last night. We had like a Mexican mince, one of our weekly staples. So we had leftovers of that, and we've just been catching up on some YouTubes. Now we're going to have a shower and get ready for, get into our cozy PJs. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back next week. We are going to be packing for Hawaii, which is very exciting.